My fellow nerdikins, welcome back to another episode of That's So Nerdy. Today we've got another exciting gameplay video for you, and it's gonna be Bulma versus Pan Reboot. I'm pretty excited to bring this to you guys because I do stand behind this build behind Bulma. I know everybody likes to run Earthlings and that kind of stuff behind Bulma, but I run strictly Saiyans. More specifically, if you didn't notice, the Bardock package, which helps continue to fuel the draw power of Bulma. It's just honestly, it's a real good engine to be running behind the leader, in my opinion. So Tommy did end up going first. This is now his second turn. So he is playing the starter deck Pan that once you boost it up to 20 if it's excuse me. No one came out of nowhere. Boost it up to 20k to get the draw from the leader, and then if it has 20k when it swings, then it gets search top 5, which he is doing currently. And he pulls, I believe that was Hunt of the Demon God, or excuse me, Hunt of the Demon God, defeating the demon, but I couldn't really tell because of the glare. Yeah, and recently well, not recently, but for a while now, I've been thinking about ways to bring Bulma back onto the channel because it's been a very, very long time since I've featured any Bulma build on this channel, and I have 4 different builds that I like to run behind Bulma. I've got a burn package build that I like to run behind her, and then I also obviously have the Bardock's crew. I've been experimenting with some BR packages as far as like Gogeta goes, and possibly Broly. But yeah, things along those lines. So here on my turn 2, I EX Evolve into the 5-drop Bardock, which is allows me to look at the top 7 cards in my deck. I do make a little bit of a mistake right here, but I fix it right now because I throw just a 1-drop in there, but it has to be a 1-drop Bardock's crew. So I catch that, swap it with the Borgos that was in that top 7 search, do the shuffle. And then swing with the Bardock at his Pan, just so we can keep some of this pressure off the board. And then I proc the auto of the Bardock to play a 1-drop Bardock's crew for my drop error, which is the Borgos, which will proc his auto to draw me a card. Then I go ahead and pass turn. Alright, so Tommy goes ahead and plays the promo pan, or was it anniversary box? No, it was promo, right? Right. Either way, we'll just call her expansion. The exceptional pan that everybody likes to play in red decks because she is that good. So Tommy swings in, combos, tries to play out the ape, and this play goes through successfully. Swings with the ape, I testing the op to take myself down to 4 and counter the attack. And he decides not to swing in with his leader because he's not going to get the damage through. And I mean, honestly, I would have swung through with my leader anyway to try and get that token off the board, since this token does have combo power. But he chose to do things differently, and you know, to each their own. So I go ahead and play a unison, add the marker to put a 1-drop in my drop area, shuffle, then draw. Go ahead and awaken, which is going to allow me to restand 2 energy, and then I'm going to proc my leader's ability to draw again. Draw 2, excuse me. So that is 4 draws right there. That's a draw for the unawakened leader, draw for the unison, awaken, draw 2 for the awakened leader. So that is a draw 4. Then we're going to go ahead and tap 1 to draw another one. Tommy was about to go try and use Hunt of the Demon God, but then realized he didn't have enough Z energy to reduce it to an affordable rate. So once I swing with a 5-drop Bardock, I play my chain attack Bardock from the drop area. And when my chain attack Bardock swings, it gets to minus one of my opponent's battle cards by 4k for each Saiyan that I have on the battlefield. And you can kind of see here that Tommy is beginning to get a little flustered because my board state is starting to get a bit bigger. But with our life totals, what they are at currently, he still feels pretty confident that he can make his way out of this, especially with a deck as good as Pan. Alright, so it goes ahead and plays the baby unison. I'm gonna say it's a juvenile parasite. And then he adds a marker, steals my chain attack Bardock, plus 10k to his unison, and draws a card if I didn't already say that. Tommy's awakened. Goes ahead and swings with the unison. Combos with the 8. I combo with the token and a super combo to combo up. And then combo with the chain attack Bardock. I go ahead and throw the chain attack Bardock into my drop area so I can use the 5-drop Bardock to bring it back. And then once he tries to play the ape, I go ahead and play defeating the demon, which doesn't stop his autos from proccing, but it does stop him from having that piece on the board. Goes ahead and swings with leader. I will block with the defeating the demon. Decides to combo up with the testing the op token that he has. So Tommy goes ahead and passes turn. Charge for turn 4. Plus up on my unison to shuffle and draw. And I'm gonna be honest, I do really miss Piccolo Jr. Unison being at 4 because not having to shuffle before you draw is really nice, but also having that shuffle ability is also really good, especially when you're playing against blue and your opponent's bottom decking things frequently. You get to shuffle every turn, so you're a lot more likely to be able to actually see that card again, or at least a copy of that card. So I swing with defeating the demon, then I swing in with Strength of Legends, and then swing in with my 5-drop Bardock. Play out the crit Bardock, chain attack Bardock. I don't know why I blanked so hard on the name at that moment in time. So I play out Gohan, I forget, I think it's Saiyan Combo Gohan is his name. And you get to search the top, I think 5. It's either 5 or 7. I think it's 7 actually. Yeah, you get to search the top 7 cards of your deck, play a 1-drop, and then I played the Bardock, which allowed me to search the top 5 and play a Bardock's Crew with its auto skill negated. And unfortunately, the only Bardock's Crew card I saw was another copy of the 1-drop Bardock. So here I go ahead and use strats to give all my Saiyans barrier. Yeah, I swing with chain attack Bardock for the crit swing. He combos out of that. Swing with my unison, which gets plus 1,000 power during my turn for each Saiyan on the board. So right now it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 22,000, 22k swing. But he was able to defend himself fairly well that turn, so I am now going, I went ahead and passed turn. Oh yeah, that's why he was able to defend himself so well, because I actually swung into the unison a lot. That's right. And here I'm just trying to streamline the board a little bit, make it not quite as jumbled because I do have a pretty large board state, and then having to have the Z extra card in there also really makes it so excuse me, having the Z extra card in there also makes it so there's really like a shortage of space. Maybe one of these days we'll get Tommy an extra large playmat like the one that I have, obviously not in this video, but in a bunch of my other videos I'm playing on an enlarged playmat, that way I have more room. But I try and keep everything confined into the same amount of space as Tommy's playmat, that way the video quality looks as you see it now. And here, he did miss the trigger for his leader when he played the Goku, but since it is a casual match and there's nothing really on the line, I went ahead and let him retroactively do the boost and the draw, because honestly, it's not that big of a deal to me, especially in this game. Swings with the Goku again, and then I use the other one drop Bardock as a blocker. Then he swings with the baby unison. I go ahead and counter that with homie clones, or not homie clones, excuse me, sorry, testing the op. I'm not playing green right now. I use the blocker, and he passes turn. Alright, going into turn 5. If I'm not mistaken, I think he floodgates me on this turn. Yeah, he explosive dance. I proc my leader's ability to play out the Borgos, which is going to net me a draw. If he would have not floodgated me, I probably would have played a 1-drop chain attack Bardock instead. So here I go ahead and play Defeating the Demon to minus his Goku by 20k. And then he plays a Defeating the Demon in response, gets rid of my chain attack Bardock, which was smart, but I go ahead and Defeating the Demon to defeat his Defeating the Demon. So now I have an even more intimidating board on the field, and I'm just going in to establish a little bit more defense on this turn, because I was going to go for the push this turn, and he stopped me with that explosive dance, because I don't have enough Z energy to make that push. Because unfortunately, when the Bardock Screw cards are not on the field, they drop down to 4Ks, because they need Bond in order to be 15Ks. So I go ahead and pass turn after I do my little shenanigans that I was doing over there. And I did use a Strats of U7, so all of my Saiyans have barrier again, so he's gonna have a hard time removing them. So he's gonna play another Goku. This time he remembers to do the leader stuff when he's supposed to do it. And he upticks on his baby Unison, and he can't steal any of my cards because the Unison doesn't ignore barrier. Thank God. That Unison would be so much more busted if it actually did ignore barrier. So he's going to swing with the 20k swing that he has, and then I go ahead and explosive dance him. And here, I believe... Yeah, I believe it's here we make a mistake, but we rectify it pretty quickly. So he swings, and as you notice, he's not popping a Z energy yet. And we do fix it retroactively, just like we did with the draw that he missed. But we do catch on here in just a minute. I believe it's coming up like right... I think it's after Borgos dies when I realized that he was supposed to pop those Z energy when he swung. And we, like I said, we rectify it. Yeah, here's... Oh, okay, so I'm super comboing. Oh yeah, because I'm trying to save Borg... Or, no? I wasn't trying to save Borgos? Oh, I wanted the draws. I wanted more... And here's where I pointed out that he needed to pop the Z energy. But luckily for him, it was really easy because he just needed to get rid of a 15k and then a 20k, which he also had right on top of his Z energy, so it was actually pretty convenient. So he's going to go ahead and swing in with his Unison. I'm going to use Gohan to block. And then I'm going to super combo to save Gohan because I'm hoping that he doesn't have another floodgate for next turn, and I'm going to be able to go in and push for turn. Was my hopes and why I and my hopes and my reasoning as to why I spent resources to save the Gohan. So I go ahead and block with the Borgos as well, and the Unison and the leader swing get to go through without consequence because Explosive Dance only limits battle card swings. And then I go ahead and let Borgos die. I believe... Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure he's gonna play the it's Defender of Life, I think, is the name of the Goku. But it's honestly a mistake on his part because he always thinks that the Defender of Life gains barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. He never really takes into account that it's on the barrier for the turn. He always jumps the gun and he's like, okay, well, he'll have barrier, so he'll be safe. And that's not the case. He was also hoping that he was going to be able to burn me a life, but I'm already at 3 life, so he can't burn me any with it. So the turn ends, I draw, charge, and I charge a strats because I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be the last turn. So I go ahead and play out Pure Blood Sparking Vegeta and minus his Goku by 20k, and here's where he remembers that it only gets barrier for the turn, and since the battle card that I minus is removed from the field, the Vegeta also gets double strike. So I swing with him, and then I'm going to minus... Wait. I guess I forgot to minus something. Oh, no, I went back. And then I strats, and then I swung minus the Goku. And here's where things get a little cheeky, because I could swing in with the Vegeta minus the Goku again, but I have a better idea. As soon as I implement it, it should be here in just a moment. Oh, that's what's going on. He's figuring out how to combo out of the attack. So he super combos, and he popped his Z extra. So even if he does use explosive dance, it's not a floodgate. So I go ahead and play another pure blood sparking. Now this one also has double strike, and now I'm just swinging at face. So since he countered, I used the Vegeta's ability to minus the token by 20k. And then I swing in with another 20k double strike. Sorry, it's not 20, it's 30k. And then that combos him out. He counters again, and then I'm pretty sure after this next swing, or maybe the one after, he just decides to go ahead and scoop, because he doesn't have enough defenses to get out of all the swings that I have coming at him, because I've got 3 20k double strikes, 1 20k regular, 1 25k single strike. So but that's the game. Y'all have a good night and stay nerdy.